Hi there, and welcome back to Two Chicks Going Green. I first heard about using an apple cider vinegar rinse on my hair about 3 years ago when I made the switch to my shampoo bar, but I hadn't actually gotten around to trying one out up until last year, and I was so very pleasantly surprised. So in today's video, I'll be talking about all the various benefits that using an ACV rinse can have on your hair, as well as my experience using the Chagrin Valley ACV rinse. If you watched my shampoo bar video from about 2 years ago, you'll recall that I talk all about that transition period that your hair goes through when you're switching from typical store-bought shampoos to all natural ones, or especially if you're transitioning to a shampoo bar. And if you haven't watched that video and are considering switching to shampoo bars, make sure that you check it out. I also mentioned in that video how an ACV rinse can help your hair go through that transition period, not only with how your hair feels, like the softness of it and the texture, but also shortening that time that it takes. But what I didn't know at the time is that an ACV rinse has so many other lesser known but wonderful benefits for your hair and your scalp. By lowering hair and scalp pH, it revitalizes and strengthens dull hair, it improves luster and clarifies as it conditions the hair and scalp. It also naturally decreases tangles and removes residue or buildup caused by typical shampoos, which is why it comes in so handy when transitioning to a natural shampoo or a shampoo bar. Lastly, it may also aid in preventing scalp infections and itchiness. Still, there are some important things to be aware of before you start using one. First off, pure ACV is extremely acidic and will definitely start degrading your hair if you don't dilute it properly. It's also recommended that you use diluted ACV no more than once a week. So as long as it's used correctly, it can be a great addition to your hair care routine like it was for mine. And on that note, let's get into that unsponsored review of the Chagrin Valley ACV rinse that I use. I'll discuss my thoughts from my experience using this product as well as how I use it. And then I'll also talk about the product details like pricing, ingredients list, and all that good stuff. And I've included timestamps in the description below. And by the way, you can definitely make your own ACV rinse if you'd like to. There are just some things to keep in mind, which I'll go over after I do the review. I'll also link a website which has instructions on how to do this in the description below. Let's start with my experience with this product. I first started using my Chagrin Valley ACV rinse about 4 or 5 months ago when my hair was starting to get really tangly because I was growing it out to donate it, which I did yesterday. So this feels really weird right now. And the knots were just getting completely out of control because my hair was so long, and I probably also needed a haircut. And I noticed that once I started using the ACV rinse, it definitely helped to be able to comb through my hair after I had showered and not have as many knots, and it wouldn't take me as long to detangle it. And I didn't use it when I transitioned to a shampoo bar way back when, a couple of years ago, because the transition period was so short since I had already been using more natural products. But I kind of wish I had, because I feel like it would definitely help. And I have heard from other friends that have transitioned to shampoo bars that it helped them out a lot with that transition period. I also noticed that it really helps with scalp itchiness if I've gone too long in between washes. When it comes to use, Chagrin Valley has some recommendations for proper use of their ACV rinse. So make sure to check those out if you do end up purchasing it. But here is how I use it. I use it about once a week, and after shampooing my hair, I shake the ACV rinse really well. Then I add about 1 tablespoon or so of the rinse to about 4 tablespoons of warm water and mix well. I just use a small upcycled glass jar to do this, but apparently using a squeeze bottle supposedly leads to using less vinegar rinse than when you're just pouring it on like I do. And it's easier to pour as well. So I may switch to an upcycled squeeze bottle soon. I pour about half of it on my scalp, massage it in, and let it sit for a couple of minutes. And then I put the rest about halfway down the rest of my hair so that it helps untangle the ends. Or at least I did so when I had long hair. Oh, and by the way, make sure not to get it into your eyes because it will definitely burn. You can rinse it out after that, like I usually do, or for extra conditioning, you can leave it in and towel dry your hair. I've tried leaving it in, and to be honest, I really can't tell the difference. And don't worry, the vinegar scent does disappear once your hair dries. But the Chagrin Valley one, to me, smells amazing. So I kind of like how it smells like those essential oils and herbs that they use. It smells so fresh and so relaxing. If you have long and thick hair, like I used to have a couple of days ago, then you can use that same ratio that I already spoke about, the 4 tablespoons of warm water to the 1 tablespoon of the rinse. But if you have short hair or very thin hair, then you can half that recipe. You can also experiment to see which dilution rate works best for your hair type. I also read that dry hair likes less vinegar and oily hair likes more vinegar. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love about the Chagrin Valley Concentrated Summer Rain Organic Apple Cider Vinegar Rinse is the ingredients list. They infuse a mix of organic herbs and oils that add to its amazing hair and scalp benefits. The lavender, thyme, and rosemary essential oils help with scalp conditions like dandruff, improve scalp circulation, promote hair growth, and strengthen hair follicles. And ylang ylang stimulates the scalp to encourage hair growth, soothes the scalp, conditions hair, and helps balance scalp oil production. So personally, I think that these essential oils and these herbs are what sets this ACV rinse apart from any other or from a DIY version. You can find it on Chagrin Valley's website. I've included the link to it in the description below. It costs around $18 and the 9 fluid ounces are enough for about 20 rinses if you're using about a tablespoon every time. So that's around 5 months worth if you're using it once a week as is recommended. It comes in a glass container that can be reused, so it's plastic free. And if you don't know about Chagrin, they're a small family-owned company based in northern United States that makes plastic-free, all-natural, and organic personal care products, and I absolutely love their products and their values. And if you want to learn more about them, make sure to check out that shampoo bar video that I already spoke to you about, because I get into a little bit more detail about this company and their values and products. Now, like I said before, if you do want to make your own ACV rinse, which is awesome, just make sure that you keep a couple of things in mind. Make sure that you choose an organic, raw, unfiltered brand of ACV. The vinegar should also be slightly cloudy rather than clear, and make sure that it has those little bits of sediment that look gross, but they're actually what gives it all its nutrients. Those are called the mother. They usually sell these in glass, so it should be really easy to find one that is plastic free. And you'll also want to make sure to dilute this one correctly. Apparently the ratio is a little bit different than the Chagrin ACV rinse. So in the end, whether you decide to purchase the Chagrin Valley ACV rinse or you decide to make one yourself, a DIY one, I hope that you found this video helpful regardless. And if you did, please, please, please give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to check out our channel and subscribe if you haven't already. We have all sorts of other product reviews, eco-friendly challenges, eco gift ideas, and so many sustainable living type videos. Also, if you have any questions or comments, or you want to let me know how your experience has been using your ACV rinse or making one yourself, please drop those in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. We also have a Ko-fi page, which I've linked in the description below, where you can go ahead and donate if you would like to support us. So I hope that you join us, and I'll see you on the next one.